Makeup on my favorite pillow, baby, louder than the TV. Knocking boots on. Hey, y'all. It's Friday, and I'm ready to sing. Pick up my girls and hit the party, sing tonight. Oh, it's all right. Y'all hoes going out tonight? I think I'm gonna go get me a little piece of the nightlife. I've been good all this week. I only went out one time this week and had me a couple cocktails. I think I'm gonna go out. A lot of y'all looking at the background, y'all know I was on the cover of Urban Magazine this April. I got some more magazine covers coming, but I was on the cover of Urban Magazine in April. If y'all didn't check out the article, y'all can go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio and read the write-up that they did on me. Shouts out to Urban Magazine. And guys, this was actually my very first magazine cover. My very first magazine cover. So excited. So excited. So excited. Shouts out to my publicist, Michelle B. Whitehead, for doing what she does and gets me these placements and staying on top of me to make sure I get my work done and elevate my brand to the next level. Danny girl, you got it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. It won't allow me to. Let me see. I'm trying to. Hold on. It won't let me, girl. For some reason, it won't let me. I tried, Danny girl. Remind me the next show. How y'all doing tonight? We're gonna go out and get us a little piece of the bar later on tonight. Just a little Pinot Grigio, a little white Zinfandel, a little something like that. What else I want to talk about really quickly before we get this party started? I must say before we get this party started, y'all, Huntsville, Alabama, y'all have really showed out as it relates to the sales of the tickets. The tickets have only been on sale for 3 days, and we are already 61% sold. Mind you, we got 2 full weeks of ticket sales left, but we are 61. Let me do this better than this. I need the girls to see. I need the girls to see what all the fuck going on. We're gonna have us a good time in Huntsville. I talked to Wanda the other day. She's super excited. Talk to the DJ. Oh, if anybody out there in Huntsville, y'all know anybody that's a videographer. The dog needs a videographer. I need y'all. This is the one time that I actually need y'all cheap cousin. I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. Tickets sold 61%. I made 100 tickets available because it's it's not a super big venue or whatever, and I want us to have a funky good time and an intimate time, but I do not want y'all to think I'm lying. I'm not one of those people that gotta lie and gas the people up in order to get them to buy ticket sales. I gotta call Marcel and see if we could just party to the fire marshal, shut that motherfucker down. And if so, I'll probably release another 50 to 100 tickets. But y'all, it's Friday in Huntsville. I know that y'all just got paid, and y'all need to go ahead and get y'all tickets or whatever the case may be. Anyway, let's jump into this doggone show. Since y'all got me up on a Friday doing a doggone show, all of my business, y'all figured out I didn't have to go to the radio station. I want to open the show up. I want to open the show up showing this video. So y'all know that there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that teacher who had the female students undoing his hair. And of course, now the internet, everybody wants to do comparison videos and get all in the mix when they're not even involved in the situation. But y'all take a look at this. A North Carolina teacher shows off her students taking out her braids amidst the surrounding male teacher controversy for doing the same thing. And I am going to give y'all my honest commentary. My honest commentary on this, considering that it is the end of the school year and the kids are basically going to school these last couple of weeks, not really doing anything. I'm going to be very honest, and it's unfair. I see some of y'all saying it's still wrong and it's still unprofessional. Yes, it's still wrong, and yes, it's unprofessional. But we are not going to sit up here and act like the issue that people had with that male teacher and those female students was the fact that it was unprofessional. That's not what everybody's problem is. Everybody's problem is the fact that it was a male teacher with female students, and everybody's mind instantly went to a sexual place. I'm going to be very honest with you. If I would have seen this video of these female students taking out this female teacher's hair, independent of what's going on right now with this male teacher scandal, I honestly would have kept scrolling, and most of y'all would have too. Because at this point, we are used to seeing females interact and bond this way. Now, I know a lot of y'all said, female teachers are predators as well, and women are predators as well. And I agree, they can be and they are. But y'all not finna sit up here and lie and act like watching this. Y'all are not finna sit up here and act like watching this. This is an image that is very commonly seen in the Black community. Girls standing around another woman or girl taking out hair. Y'all are not going to act like y'all had the same visceral reaction to this video as y'all did with that man. Now, listen, I agree. It's unprofessional. It's unsanitary. It's not supposed to be done in the classroom. I agree with all of that. But this hits different. This don't give grooming vibes. This gives little sisters on big sisters. Moving right along. I'm going to make y'all laugh. And this is why they shouldn't be doing hair in school, because school's got a literacy problem. Y'all see Shamar selling plates. Shamar is selling plates. I guess he got tired of y'all reading him. Shamar said, I sell plates tomorrow. Fried chicken, mashed potato gravy, green bean, rolls, Mountain Holla or bottled water, Malcolm Damien cookies or chocolate, $75. Y'all paying for my time and food. $10 discount if you pretty, $20 discount if you send your man come pick it up. I really don't want to see y'all girls. Is it me? But no matter when this girl do any type of promotion, she still find a way to offend her audience. Oh, that's a friend chicken. Friend chicken. Okay, so let's count up all the errors. Tomorrow, okay, so let's start with I'm tomorrow, friend, potato, bean, holla, Malcolm Damien, y'all paying, come, y'all. Now, I'm not even going to go in on the grammar and the errors, because I don't think, real talk, that's a lazy read. Nobody is expecting Shamar to be anybody's scholar or whatever. It's just the fact that this girl minds so bad. Now we starting to see why it is she get an SSI disability check. It's not because her spine spelled Mississippi. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. It's not because her spine spelled Mississippi. It's because her mind bad, okay? Her mind is bad. It looked like they was teaching my nephew in kindergarten phonics and how to spell out words, and he wrote that doggone letter on a lunch napkin. But again, listen, just as long as y'all can make out what he was trying to say, that's the purpose of communication. It's the fact that bitch got a deficit in math. Now, we know black people at the soul food restaurants could rape the girls for their price, and sometimes black-owned businesses charge an arm and a leg. But, baby, $75, Shamar, I mean, is that for a whole pan of food? Is that for a whole pan of seafood rice? And, you know, I mean, the average person with good sense wouldn't give Shamar $7.50 just due to the cleanliness level of what we've seen, yet alone $75. And he know that shit is outrageous because he said, y'all paying him for his time. Y'all paying him for his time. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I love a good old plate from somebody's house. I got a friend down here named Michelle. Michelle texts me every weekend when she cooking, and she be cooking ham hocks, collard greens, oxtail. You know, everybody got that one hood friend that cook real good, that's real ghetto. I stay going around somebody's house and getting the plate. But Shamar house, well, first of all, Shamar, it's bad enough that we don't know where your hands been, but we don't even know if these people house clean because you ain't never even got no damn house. So who house is you cooking at, Shamar? Is you using hairnet, Shamar? Do you got water to wash your hands, Shamar? Do you got a face guard because you always spitting all over Instagram, Shamar? We don't want none of that in our food. So we going to stick to the rivers and the lakes that we used to, Shamar. We don't want no food from you, baby. What it is Shamar could sell, I don't know what it is. Shamar, you be better off selling that shitty kitty for those that got a handicap fetish. Put your hands on your hip and let your backbone slip. For anybody who got a handicap fetish and want to fuck a disabled person that's willing and able, you be better off selling Tootsie Cat than you would friend chicken, friend. Friend, you should sell some of that friendly bussy. Sell some of that friendly disability bussy. I ain't never had no bussy shaped like a S, that alphabet bussy. You better sell some of that alphabet pussy. Okay? Somebody who wants some demon head, bitch. If you want your dick sucked by Count Dracula, you better sell that thoke. As much as you spit, and I know it's real spitty, girl, you better sell some of that Shakira pussy. They say them hips don't lie, bitch. Put your hand on your hip and let your backbone slip, okay? And then when they leave, give them 2 macadamia cookies. Give them 2 of them Malcolm Damian cookies after they get some of them disability cookies, okay? Now, y'all, I got some tea. And this tea is not from the blogs. This tea ain't made the blogs yet. I am telling y'all some tea that dropped firsthand today because I got people at the university. I don't know how many of y'all were aware that Royce Reed from Basketball Wives was the head cheerleading coach at Bethune Cookman College. But as of today, they fired her ass. Royce Reed was fired from Bethune Cookman College as the head cheerleading coach because she failed to do a good job with the competition team. The alumni, the administrative staff, and the cheerleaders all was sitting down with upper management and saying they were not pleased with her routines. They were not pleased with the placement by which they were making. They were just not pleased with her performance at all. And word on the curb is Royce Reed then went on to create a dummy account and was reading all the cheerleaders, reading them for their bodies, reading them for their skill level, reading them for their looks, allegedly. And it was discovered that Royce Reed was the one who allegedly did this because a lot of the cheerleaders were like, oh my God, this fake Instagram page is regurgitating the very things that Royce said to me in my tryout interview. The cheerleaders were like, oh my God, nobody else has said this to me except her in my cheerleading interview. And that is how the students were able to put 2 and 2 together and deduce that that they think, it has not been proven, I can't confirm or deny, but all of the cheerleaders are feeling like we find this very coincidental that the very critiques that Royce Reed gave us during our tryouts is the very thing that this fake Instagram page is saying about the students. And then Royce went on to send a group text to all the cheerleading team, urging the girls to quit the team and find another team to cheer for if they want to go to competition because she has been fired. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Where is Evelyn when you need her? We need Evelyn to go around there and whoop Royce's ass before some of them parents do for making a fake page, allegedly, and saying to the girls what she allegedly saying to them in the doggone cheerleading tryouts. How dumb could you be? How Child, y'all know I don't know how to use this new technology. The people said that though, Royce. Um, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't even know Royce was cheering at Bethune Cookman College. Was the head cheerleading coach at Bethune Cookman College. I thought that, her having a little level of celebrity and notoriety would have been great for the team. But obviously, Royce, some people are good dancers and not good choreographers. Some people are good dancers and not good leaders for teams. So I hope that Royce lands on her feet. I hope that what they're saying and alleging is not true. And most certainly, I hope that the girls over at Bethune Cookman College on the cheer squad find a dedicated, motivated cheerleading coach that can take those girls to the levels that they deserve to go to through coaching. Let's get into some more HBCU news, y'all. Everybody has been talking about this FAMU check. This FAMU check, this FAMU check, this FAMU check. And when the news dropped about the donation to FAMU, I didn't pay it no mind. I didn't understand what the big deal was. I was like, why are people making all this ruckus? Somebody made a donation to the school. What is the big deal? What is the big deal? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw the physical appearance of the person who made this large ass donation, when I saw the physical appearance of this young man, I was like, there is just nothing about what he gives that says 297 million. There's just not. He just didn't look clean. He didn't look polished. He didn't look expensive. People who play at that level, there's just certain things that don't get no attention paid to. People at that level, they have nice shoes, they have nice watches, they have on crisp, tailored suits. He was not giving $297 million donation. His facial hair, the way he was groomed, it just was not giving 297 million. But then I said to myself, I said, Q, stop being vain. I was like, stop being vain. I went into, why are we so critical of our own people? I went into all these different things and was like, you know what? Maybe he's just a regular ass person or whatever the case may be. And I let it slide. But I'm glad to know that my spidey senses were absolutely right with this situation. So upon further investigation, I then come to find out that it was not a cash donation, but yet a donation, a 257 million, a donation that was comprised of stocks and other situations like that for an alleged public company that's not even public or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people are looking at the university, the trustees, and the university president, and just honestly looking at this as a big flop and a big fluke on their part because they ran to the press with this basically without vetting the donation. And something like this does make you question the thought processes and the intellect and the I don't know. It just makes you think, do we have the right person at the helm of this university that they let such an embarrassing situation like this make it to the media? It is embarrassing. And unfortunately, somebody's head is going to have to roll. Now, it was mentioned that this gentleman made a $95 million donation to another university at some point, and it fell through. When you Google this young man, the only thing that you can find about him is scam-like activity. So this is a huge embarrassment for FAMU. It is a huge, yes, it makes you question their qualifications. You're actually right, Bongi 4D, but I can't see my eyes bad. It makes you question that person's qualifications. This is very embarrassing because all of the press read FAMU receives the largest donation ever contributed to a HBCU. It got all this media coverage. Everybody is running with it nationally, probably internationally as well. And then to find out that it was fraudulent, this is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We are in recruitment season right now. We are in, now granted, FAM's not going to have a recruitment situation because I heard they got 25,000 applicants and only XYZ slots or whatever. But it's just embarrassing when you go trying to recruit top talent. And these are the types of mistakes that are being made. If a student has to make a decision between FAMU and some other HBCUs or some other colleges, period, something like this could be the determining factor in that college losing some of that top talent. Same thing can be said for professors. If FAMU is trying to recruit professors, who wants to go work at a school where clearly the administration doesn't do their due diligence and does something so sloppy as this? Now, I don't want my sentiments to be misconstrued as me throwing an HBCU under the bus, because I am a FAMU adjacent graduate. Okay, I went to Florida State, spent a lot of time across the tracks over at FAM, got a lot of love for FAM. If I could do college all over again, I probably would attend FAM, probably. But this just don't look good. This just don't look good for FAMU. And let's talk about something else that don't look good while we are in HBCU news. Child, did y'all see what all the hell going on down to the nursing school? Howard University nursing graduation don't fuck up the thing. Don't fuck up. Now, we got to have a real conversation about this. Because did Howard University fuck up the thing, or did the students, the family of the students, and the Black community fuck up the thing? And I'm here to tell you what happened. The Black community fucked up the thing, okay? Anybody who's graduated college, anybody who's graduated college in a big form, at a big situation, y'all already know what happened. Y'all already know what happened, okay? The school told everybody that they were allowed to have X amount of guests, and instead of adhering to the policy, y'all invited all of y'all family from Valdosta, Georgia, Willacoochee, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Louisiana, and even had Aunt Gertrude, the bougie auntie, fly in from California. And the venue simply could not accommodate all those people. That's what happened. However, I still find fault in the university, and here is why. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, some people didn't teach me nothing about event management. However, why weren't the students given formal hard copy tickets? And why weren't there event management people at the entrances collecting tickets? It would seem to me that if people were taking tickets, it would completely have mitigated this problem. And if students had ingrained in the back of their mind that they knew they only had 4 hard copy tickets, that they would not have invited the whole family. I refuse to believe that the students were issued hard copy tickets and then they all still said, oh, well, we're going to invite extra family members anyway, and they're going to get in. I refuse to believe that. When you give people hard copy tickets, it creates a psychology in their head where they're like, I got to start shaving people off the list, or I got to buy a ticket from somebody. It feels to me like Howard was trying to do the honor system and cut corners and all that type of stuff. And this is what happened. Now, speaking about embarrassing, it's very embarrassing the fact that it made national news that these children could not walk across the stage for their graduation. It adds insult to injury that this is the class of students that did not get to walk across the stage in high school during COVID. They've waited, this was going to be a double special graduation for them and their families. And it's probably part of the reason why extra family members wanted to come, because they did not get to see them walk across the stage in high school. And then, the Howard University administration got on the podium and said that the DC fire department came and shut them down. The fire department said, not on my watch. The fire department issued a statement and said the fire marshal did not shut this graduation down. They said, we were called to the scene to treat somebody for a first aid issue. We treated that person and left. Okay. Now, I do think that the administration saw that things were getting out of hand and a potential riot was going to ensue, and it was in the best interest and safety of the students and everyone there to end the graduation, which I will always respect decisions made in the name of safety. I'll always respect that. What I can't respect, though, is the fact that y'all lied on the county and just did not say, due to unforeseen circumstances, you should just say due to unforeseen circumstances and capacity issues, we have to close it down. Y'all lied on the fire marshal and they issued a statement, and now it's making y'all look double bad. Double bad. It's making y'all look unorganized. It's making y'all look unprofessional. It's making y'all look janky. It's making y'all look like y'all do nigga business and running nigga shit. And it adds to that fodder about this is why I don't fuck with HBCUs. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and not to pit a HBCU against a PWI, but it would have never happened at Florida State University. It would have never happened at the University of Florida. It never would have happened at Princeton. It wouldn't have happened at UCLA. It wouldn't have happened at Berkeley. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened at the University of Michigan. It wouldn't have happened at NYU. It simply would not have happened. And you can get mad if you want to. You can, there is just something, and we need to work on this as a people. There is, and y'all don't want to talk about it. And not to say that Black people and Black organizations cannot be organized and we cannot be professional, because we can. And there are a lot of perfectly ran Black-owned businesses out there. But there tends to be a trend with Black-ran organizations that we just tend to do nigga shit. We just tend to do nigga shit. And at the highest of levels, universities are supposed to be shitting out professionals at the highest of levels, especially one like Howard University. And something like this happened? No, God. And Howard, y'all can't afford no more scandals coming off of the dorm scandal that y'all just came off a few years ago. It just never would have happened. Whoever thought it was a good idea to not have a ticket system, to not have ushers and security guards checking tickets, to not have the tickets rationed out by the students, whose idea was that? And whoever it was, I'm not going to lie. You know what? Honestly and truthfully, heads need to roll. Heads need to roll, because you never forget your college graduation. It's one of the proudest moments of your life. And yeah, it may just be pomp and circumstance, but you remember it. And the fact that that was the whole, you go to college for 4 years for those 20 seconds to walk across the stage. That's the whole fucking reason you're there. You do 4 years for 20 seconds. 4 years for 20 seconds. They say I got the news wrong this time. Well, then give it to me then. I'm not understanding. Give it to me. If I got it wrong, clear it up, baby. I ain't got no problem clearing it up. Whoever said I got it wrong, type it in the box, honey. I want to get it. We trying to get an understanding. I don't mean to be demanding, but we want some understanding. We need some understanding. I'm going to move right along until I see the explanation come up in the box. And tuition, $46,000. Okay, they say the entire class will walk tomorrow. Okay, that's fine and well. That's fine and well, but the nursing school had their own separate graduation because they're a separate school. And it's great that they'll get to walk with the entire class, but them kids wanted their nursing school graduation. The fact that the entire graduating class walks does not mitigate the fact that the nursing school didn't get to have their separate graduation, which is a tradition that goes on at a lot of schools. The separate schools have their separate graduations. Moving right along, y'all. The TMZ people had got a hold of Kimora Lee. And they was asking her what she felt about her daughter dating that old ass man. Y'all check this out.
You know me, I'm definitely like, it is what it is, honey. Come on home, let's go. Mama's got your back. So did Dad coming? So did Dad or you up? Dad is non-existent. No. So no up and allowance. I do the allowance, and no, it hasn't been up. And you know, Diddy, how are his daughters? How are the twins? I know they're great. It was just their birthday, and they came over. We had dinner together. Jesse and Delilah. Yeah. How are they coping with everything? There's a lot going on. You know, they're being fabulous, and I love them so much. And I have their back. I watch all their animals. They're juniors in high school. We'll all be together at school next year. Then with Kenzo, and they're really, really actually good big sisters to Kenzo and Gary and Wolf, and I think they love that.
I'm gonna let the first part of the video play again so y'all can hear what she said in reference to her daughter dating that old white man.
I love them so much, and I, have their back always and forever, and they know that. Last, right? How do you feel about the allegations against him? People had a lot of things to say about him. Do you think that there's any truth to it? What are your thoughts on it? No, I don't know all that. Okay. I don't know all that. Just want to put it out there. Just want to put it out there. That's a lot. I only know my kids. Why are you there? Do you know that she had an older gentleman at the time? Or was it a surprise to you when you saw the pictures? It's a loaded question. I don't think she had anything. I think that was just she's a young girl. And, I think that we don't think that the toes that we make kiss is going to be like broadcasting a thing. And I personally feel a little bit like she was set up, which is why I try to teach the girls, right? What do you mean by that? Well, there's definitely an age dynamic there, and I just feel like, nah. Well, I feel like she was set up a little bit. Did you feel embarrassed by it, or were you like, it is what it is? What are your thoughts? Probably both. I probably was a little bit embarrassed, but you know me, I'm definitely like, it is what it is, honey. Come on home, let's go. Mama's got your back. So did Dad?
Did y'all hear that woman? Now Kimora got her baggy neck ass. Kimora got her slinky neck, Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac neck ass on these people internet and said she felt like it was kind of a setup. Now, I think that we would be able to buy into this setup narrative, Kimora, if you didn't do anything similar in your past, and if you did not date the same way your daughter is dating. We have seen you, Kimora, get with rich, physically unattractive men because they've had money. So she gets it honest. Now, I do agree with Kimora when she says, you don't think that, you heard what she said, we don't think that the toads that we kiss will get broadcast. Right. So she was just going over there to kiss that toad to get some money and was supposed to keep it in private. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Then you say you think it's a setup. That man already rich. He doesn't gain anything by being in the press. He doesn't gain anything. She says it's a setup. I mean, it definitely probably was an invasion of her privacy, and the paparazzi probably got it, or somebody on the beach got it. But even if it was a setup, if she wasn't moving the way she saw her mama move, she wouldn't have been able to be set up in that manner. And that's true, T. Now, Kimora says, was she a little bit embarrassed? Yeah. Did she say, baby, come on home? Yeah. And I would be a little bit embarrassed too, Kimora, because everybody is saying the apple don't fall far from the tree. So are you embarrassed for your daughter, or are you embarrassed for yourself? That's the question. Are you embarrassed for your daughter, or are you embarrassed for yourself? But to imply that it's a setup, even if it was, it's a setup that is in line with the way she was raised, mama. So Kimora, you're going to have to eat that one. Moving right along, y'all. Bravo Andy. Now, y'all know Bravo Andy was under investigation. Bravo Andy was under investigation because Brandi Glanville and Leah McSweeny had made claims of, sexual harassment and unfair treatment and so on and so forth. Andy Cohen's position at Bravo has been cleared in the misconduct investigation, according to TMZ, y'all. The network confirmed Thursday that Andy and Watch What Happens Live will continue through 2025. A Bravo rep tells the outlet that the outside investigation into the recent allegations made by Brandi Glanville and Leah McSweeny against Andy Cohen has now been completed and all claims were found to be unsubstantiated. Glanville has accused him of asking her to have sex in front of him. Leah claimed he pushed her to drink and do other substances. I think anybody with a half a brain knew that nothing was going to come of this. They're talking about an outside investigation. Yeah, an outside investigation sourced by internal people. An outside investigation sourced by internal people. Y'all know good and doggone well that as much that all of the Housewives franchises loosely hang off Bravo Andy's shoulders. Bravo was not finna take this hit. Bravo was not finna open themselves up to all the liability that would have happened had they found this investigation and found what they said to be true. Do you know how many other Housewives? Nene Leakes would have flared up again. Bethany would have flared up again. It'd have been so many people that would have flared up again. Now I'm gonna take a moment right here and say this. And y'all always accuse me of being biased, and I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to be biased, okay? I'm being biased right now. There are things, and behaviors and allegations that I know to be true. Behaviors and patterns that I know to be true from friends of mine that are loose associates of his, friends of mine that have partied with him and hang out with him. But I'm gonna keep my mouth closed because he and I occupy the same space and he has the ability to gatekeep and close doors that I want to walk through. So I ain't finna run my big ass mouth right now, but I'm gonna say this. That investigation, moving right along. What y'all think? Did y'all hear the story about the old man who left his child with the homeless lady for $20? The watcher. Catch these teas, y'all. Yeah, I gotta catch these teas.
Out to meet. Well, the sheriff's office is calling her a guardian angel.
So, Jason, it was 4 hours.
We spoke with 54-year-old Jason Warren, the grandfather who remains in jail for child endangerment after leaving his 7-year-old granddaughter, Kalea, with a total stranger for 4 hours Monday night.
I was kind of like, okay, that's, a big thing. You don't really know who I am, and but I knew that she would be safe with me.
34-year-old Lauren Jobe is the woman who helped watch Kalea.
She wasn't scared at all. It seemed like maybe it's something that's happened before.
A lot of bad things could happen, right? Jason says he pulled into the parking lot of the Cinders Bar along Auburn Boulevard when his car started to have problems. He said he thought he could use the phone inside the bar because his cell phone was dead, but he knew he couldn't take his granddaughter inside. That's when he asked Lauren for help. During their time together, Lauren says she took Kalea to the thrift store to get some clothes.
So when they actually walked in the door, like, she looked so comfortable with the lady. Like, they were just talking. She looked so excited to be in here. Her smile is so big.
They got ice cream, and Lauren also showed Kalea her dog at the encampment where she was staying.
She's a really nice little kid.
And this lady comes in just out of nowhere, and really, for lack of a better term, she's a guardian angel, came out of nowhere. Takes care of her for 4 hours.
Would you do it again? The woman that you're...
Child. So it was somebody in the comments talking about, Q, this setup is ghetto. Well, bitch, I'm doing the best I can with the little bit that I got, all right? 3 days ago, we didn't have no video or picture assets. Now, if y'all want me to go back to being a podcast with a screen, we could do that. Y'all bitches find a way to complain about every goddamn thing. I'm doing the best I can with the little bit that I got. How about this, bitch? I'll tell you what you do. All of y'all out there that want me to upgrade the stuff even more than this, go ahead and cash out me $50 every week so I can pay a producer every show. How about that? Because I'm going to have to pay somebody about $1,500 a week. It's a job. I'm going to have to pay somebody $1,500 to $2,000 a week to come produce this whole thing. So if you don't like it, you don't have to pay to watch it. How about y'all fund the salary? Matter of fact, I'll let y'all decide how much the position going to pay. I'll let you, we'll even do on-air interviews. I'll let y'all pick out how much the position gonna pay. I'll let y'all dictate the salary. I even make one of y'all the treasurer. Y'all can even cash out that person and they could send the person to payroll every day. But anyway, y'all, what y'all think about this grandpa leaving the doggone, leaving the kids with the homeless lady for $20. Now, when I first saw this article, and the man was in jail, without reading it and without watching the story, I had an attitude. I was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I said, and here is why. My first thought was he left the child with an adult. And who is the law and the government to get involved and legislate who you can leave your child with, okay? Because that's a very slippery slope. Now, I'm not silly and I'm not that damn daft. I do understand that it is completely wrong to leave your child with a homeless person. But my question is that a legal issue or is it an ethical and a moral issue? That was my question. But then I realized the lady, after dealing with the child for 4 hours, she is the one who approached the police and said, hey, you know, this man left this child with me and didn't return. At that point, well, shit, not even at that point, at the point in which he gave the child to the lady, it was child endangerment. But I definitely understand how this falls under the category of child endangerment. You pulling up to a bar and leaving your child with a random person. But let me ask y'all this. And I'm just trying to figure out the lesser of two evils at this point. Was it better for him to leave her with that lady, or would it have been better for him to leave her at home? And good thing that the lady was nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now to grandpa's credit, where he was like, you know, she was a nice lady and I trusted her. I'm not going to lie. From watching the lady on the news, she do look like a nice lady. She do look trustworthy. She took the little girl dress shopping and took her to play with the dog and all these different things. She was a very nice lady, and she was responsible enough to take the child to the hospital, to take the child to the police. This is where grandpa went wrong. Grandpa went wrong when he didn't come outside every hour and check on the lady or check on the progress. Or he didn't get the lady's cell phone number to call the lady and FaceTime the lady, because the lady probably wouldn't have went to the police had she not felt like this man has abandoned me with this child and I don't have no facilities for her to wash and sleep because I'm already sleeping up under a tent or whatever. And there's just so many questions. How did grandpa end up with the child? Where's his son or his daughter that's the parents of the child? Grandpa probably didn't want the damn child, but I hope the child don't end up in the system. You know what I'm saying? Where's the other family members? It's a whole lot going on. He say his phone was dead, Cody P, but if he was in the bar for 4 hours, he could have charged his phone behind the bar. So that phone was dead excuse of some bullshit. And if your phone was dead, it don't take 4 hours to charge. You know, grandpa was in that bar doing them drugs and drinking them cigarettes and drinking them beers and stuff. I hope the homeless lady gets to GoFundMe as well. Because she really did what she had to do. So I want to bring y'all attention to this Shannon Sharpe Shaq situation.
We're never gonna see another guy Shaq's side with his athleticism. That was as dominant as him. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. He sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years. But see, when you're historically great, they talk about you as great basketball player, the GOAT, and Shaq is never brought up. And I think a part of him is envious of that.
When we talk about the greatest basketball players of all time, as far as the GOAT conversation, Shaq's name is never brought up in that?
Yeah. It's hard for me to put somebody in the GOAT conversation with 1 MVP. Regular season. It's hard, Gil. So we're going to take somebody with 1 regular season MVP and put him in front of people that got 3, they got 4, they got 5. If Shaq would have had, if he'd had my work ethic, he'd have had 40,000 points. We're never going to.
So y'all know the technology is new. I'm gonna figure out how to get the sound from the thing to the thing to the thing. Just work with me. I'm still learning. I have it worked out by Monday. I'll have it worked out by Monday. But anyway, what y'all need to hear is that Shannon Sharpe basically said he believes that Shaq is envious of Nikola Jokic, or however the hell you say it, or whatever the case may be, because those guys are Shaq size and they have 5 MVP rings where he only has 1. Or whatever. And Shaq responded, and he kind of read Shannon Sharpe. Y'all can go find it on your own, Shaq's response, because the grammatical errors are so bad, it's going to leave me cross-eyed and make me have a headache trying to read it. So I'm just not going to do that. But here is why I brought this up. I don't like the fact that Shannon and Shaq are beefing. And a reason why this story touched me so is because of all the things that are going on in sports and of all the things that are going on in the world, Shannon Sharpe really could have talked about something else or someone else. Y'all seem to get perturbed when I tell y'all I don't discuss other YouTubers. And what y'all are seeing right now with Shaq and Shannon Sharpe, I hope y'all now understand this is the exact reason why I don't discuss other YouTubers. And it's called industry courtesy. It's called industry courtesy. It hits a certain type of way when somebody from your industry says something negative about you. It does. It hits different than when an objective third party or a fan, it hits different. And there's nothing else to do tell them, Sharice, tell their ass. Nevertheless, it creates this beef and this tension and this shit that don't have to be when people from the same industry critique one another. And now Shannon and Shaq are enthralled in this dumbass back and forth, reading each other, and it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. So I hope that they're able to squash this before it gets even messier or even whatever. But I hope y'all understand now why I don't comment on other YouTubers, because it just creates unnecessary drama that doesn't have to be. And Shannon you know, everything don't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Calling Shaq envious of those boys, and I get it. You're doing your job and you're trying to be honest, and maybe what you said was the truth, but you got to ask yourself, is saying that one truth worth all the shit that it started? Is saying that one truth, is it worth all the stress and drama that it brings you? And I don't think so. Leave it for somebody else to say. Leave it for somebody else to say, especially if it's negative. Leave it for somebody else to say. Moving right along, y'all, and more NBA news. Glen Davis, y'all. Glen Davis is doing 40 months in the feds, y'all, for defrauding the NBA health system, for filing about $132,000 worth of NBA claims. He made a joke and was like, he gonna have to choke his chicken in the bathroom. But you know what? For those of y'all who are laughing about Glen Davis, y'all need to be quiet. Y'all need to be quiet, because it was him today for wire fraud from the health insurance, and it's going to be y'all ass tomorrow for PPP fraud, okay? The government is still, matter of fact, if you go on their website, they is still hiring PPP auditors. So please do not think you are out of the blue. Please do not think that you are out of the blue if they have not pulled your ass and they have not pulled your card yet from doing, hey, Sharice, she said, I'm a fan from the Queen Supreme Court, Punta Cana. Yes, God, honey, that was a beautiful trip. Please do not think you are out of the blue, and don't be trying to sit somewhere reading Mr. Davis if your ass did PPP fraud. Now, we got 2 more stories before we get out of here. Today, I really didn't want to do anything rough, right? But a lot of y'all were telling me, do the story about the man in New York who pulled the woman down with the belt at 3 o'clock in the morning and took her between 2 cars and raped her. So in New York, this old low-down bastard pulled this woman down with a belt. She fell unconscious. He dragged her between 2 cars and raped her. She was subsequently taken to the hospital, where she was treated, and she began cooperating, but then out of nowhere, she just stopped cooperating. And a lot of people are upset that she stopped cooperating, and then there is speculation that she stopped cooperating with the police because, she's going to partake in some street justice. They have put a picture up of the man, and I do hope the streets find him and do what needs to be done to his ass in the streets. And before we get out of here, y'all, this last story down here in Miami. Oh, let me pull it up real quick for y'all. Down here in Miami, people are up in arms in Miami because the Miami-Dade Police Department got them a little piece of Rolls Royce, honey. They got them a little piece of Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce is supposed to be used as a recruitment tool to help them recruit new officers. It's supposed to be used as a promo and a recruitment tool to help them use new officers. Oh, they saying they found them. They saying they found them. Good, they got him. Good. I didn't know they had found him. They got his ass. Good. Anyway, the Miami-Dade County Police Department unveiled its new Rolls Royce, and people were up in arms in Miami. This is just what's been going on. People have been talking shit all day without having the damn facts. This where our tax dollars going. They're going to be pulling people over in a Rolls Royce. How is this a helpful recruitment tool? So on and so forth. Let it be known, no taxpayer dollars were used whatsoever to acquire this Rolls Royce. The Rolls Royce is on loan from Bremen, Bentley, and Rolls Royce. Bremen dealership. Bremen is a huge dealership chain down here in Miami. It's actually where I got my BMW from. The vehicle is on loan from Bremen, and it's to be used as a recruitment tool. Now, I was like, how is a Rolls Royce that says Miami-Dade County Police Department a recruitment tool to recruit new officers? It's not like they'll be driving a Rolls Royce. But I'll say this, with the traction and the amount of talk that them having this Rolls Royce has gotten, now the whole world knows Miami-Dade County Police Department is hiring. So perhaps it worked. It's also a marketing play for the dealership. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is seeing that it's a Rolls Royce, so on and so forth. So I'm guessing it's a passive recruitment tool. Now everybody all across the country knows that the Miami-Dade County Police Department is hiring. I guess that's what the intention was. Whatever the case may be. I guess that's what they were expecting, and I hope that this was the desired outcome from them getting this Rolls Royce, because it caused a lot of talk. And now we all know that the Miami-Dade County Police Department is hiring, and so is Funky Dineva Ross. And y'all gonna pay for these people's salary. So put something in the Cash App collection plate. Huntsville, I'm raising the tickets, and I'm raising those ticket prices on Monday. So y'all better get y'all tickets now. I'm raising them ticket prices to slow down some of this sale, to slow down some of these sales, and to be able to control how many people show up at this thing, because we can't have a fire marshal shutting us down like they allegedly did the nursing school graduation over at Howard University. So Huntsville, it's Friday. Y'all hosts just got paid. I urge you, click the link in my Instagram page, or you can go to downtothebarhuntsville.eventbrite.com and get your tickets. We are 60-something% sold. Y'all enjoy y'all Friday. I'm finna find me something to eat. And I don't know if I feel like going out to the bar with Kenny and them ass getting drunk tonight. I'm just getting old, and my body ain't taking to that liquor the way it used to. Oh, and if y'all looking for something to watch tonight, look at Unfrosted. Unfrosted, the Jerry Seinfeld, Amy Schumer movie on Netflix. It is really good. It's really funny. I actually may watch it again. If y'all, I don't mind taking donations. I got up here on a Friday for y'all hoes, so any little amount counts. But Huntsville, don't forget them tickets, and y'all don't forget to put something in the Cash App collection plate. And I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.